See one more problem on rate of convergence topic. Show that the following two sequences show that the following two sequences have convergence of the second order with the same limit under root a. The first formula is xn plus 1 equal to 1 by 2 xn 1 plus a by xn square. First one. Second one is xn plus 1 equal to 1 by 2 xn 3 minus xn square by a. 3 minus xn square by a. If xn is a suitably close approximation to root a, show that the magnitude of the error in the first formula for xn plus 1 is about one third of that in the second formula and deduce the formula. Third one, xn plus 1 equal to 1 by 8 xn 6 plus 3a by xn square minus xn square by a gives a sequence of third order convergence. Totally there are three problems in this one problem. What is the first one? See, I have to find the iterative formula. The iterative formula for under root a is given. These two iterative formulae for to find the approximate root of under root a is given. And what is the question? Show that the following two sequences, these two sequences have both are having second order convergence to find the root of square root of a. Root of the square root of a. These two formulae. First case. And second case is what I have to prove that the magnitude of the error in the first formula. That means epsilon k plus 1 or epsilon n plus 1 is one third of this error of the second formula. And from these two 1 and 2 expressions derive this third expression and prove that it is third order convergence. This is the total problem. So totally I have to prove first thing, the first two schemes are second order convergence. Okay, see the proof is what is I have to prove let xi be the exact root. Why I am deciding xi? Because error term I have to calculate. Xi be the exact root. Then what is limit of xn? It is given limit of xn as n tends to infinity. It is xi. And also limit n tends to infinity x n plus 1 also is what? Same xi. Same xi. Right? This is limit. And what we have to find? This xi is what? The root of what? A. Here xi means what? Root. What we are finding the iterative formula to find the root of square root of a. And what is that exact root? Xi. So here xi equal to root a, that implies xi square equal to a. Xi square equal to a, where a is what? Positive real number. A is what? Positive real number. This is the first point. Okay. And what I have to prove? Rate of convergence first. To decide rate of convergence, we have error terms. Previously we have taken epsilon k, now epsilon n. That's it. What is epsilon n? Epsilon n equal to xn minus xi. That implies xn is what? Xi plus epsilon n. So what is xn plus 1 becomes xi plus epsilon n plus 1. Xi plus epsilon n plus 1. And what we have? A equal to what? Xi square. So let me take the first case. What is the first formula? First iterative formula is xn plus 1 equal to 1 by 2 xn 1 plus a by xn square. Let us substitute this error terms in this formula with a value. So what this becomes? xn plus 1 is what? Xi plus epsilon n plus 1 equal to 1 by 2. What is this? Is xi plus epsilon n multiplied by 1 plus, what is this a value? Xi square by xn means what? Xi plus epsilon n, this square, isn't it? So I can write this as, this is 1 by 2 xi plus epsilon n, xi plus epsilon n, and this part is 1 plus xi square. Take xi common in denominator, outside it becomes xi square. 1 plus epsilon n by xi, this is square, isn't it? Xi square. Now this xi square gets cancelled, right? So what is the next part becomes? And take this denominator part to numerator. So what is this? Is completely, thus implies xi plus epsilon n plus 1 is equal to 1 by 2 xi plus epsilon n. This is what? 1 plus, taking denominator into numerator, 1 plus, what you will get? 1 plus denominator is what? 1 plus epsilon n by xi, isn't it? Whole power minus 2. Whole power minus 2. So this expression, this is 1 by 2, simplifying this expression, epsilon n, and what is this? Is 1 plus, this is minus 2. And the formula, you remember this formula, 1 plus x whole power n expansion, 1 plus nx plus n into n minus 1 by factorial 2 x square plus n into n minus 1 n minus 2 by factorial 3 x cube, and so on. Here what? Here n value minus 2, and what is x value? Epsilon n by xi. Just this is for your idea. Okay, so what this becomes? This is now this bracket 1 plus nx, n means 2, 1 plus n value minus 2, n value minus 2. So this is 1 plus nx is over plus, okay, one more term, let me write n into n minus 1, n into n minus 1 by factorial 2 x square, means epsilon n square by xi square, and so on. Remaining terms. Let me simplify this. 1 by 2 xi plus epsilon n multiplied by 1. 1, let us remove this bracket. Okay, this is what, this is this bracket. 1 plus 1 minus 2 epsilon n by xi plus these two cancel, minus into minus plus 3 epsilon n square by j square and so on, right? So this is 1 by 2 xi plus epsilon, this is 2 minus 2 epsilon n by xi plus 3 epsilon n square by j square and so on. Now 1 by 2, take this everything inside multiplication, this whole bracket 1 by 2. First 2 xi into this entire, so this is 2 xi, right? Next one minus xi into this, xi gets cancelled, second term xi into 2 epsilon n by xi, so xi gets cancelled, so minus 2 epsilon, isn't it? And the next one third, this into this term, this is plus 3 epsilon n square by xi, this is over. Coming to next, this into this, plus 2 epsilon n, next minus 2 epsilon n square by xi. Okay, let me stop up to epsilon n square, cube terms let us neglect, right? So this is equal to 1 by 2, what I am getting, 2 xi, isn't it? 2 xi, and this one gets cancelled. Okay, and what is the remain, these two, this is 2 xi minus this both are same, plus value is more, so plus epsilon n square by xi, epsilon n square by xi and so on, isn't it, right? And if xi also gets cancelled, that's better, 2 epsilon xi, right? Therefore this implies, I'm taking implies, what is this is completely now xi plus epsilon n plus 1, right side, this is left side, xi plus epsilon n plus 1 equal to how much, take 2 inside, xi plus 1 by 2 xi epsilon n square and so on. So this xi gets cancelled, isn't it, right? And I will write plus order of what are the terms here, epsilon n cube, neglected terms. So finally what I am getting, therefore epsilon n plus 1 is equal to 1 by 2 xi epsilon n square plus order of epsilon n cube. That implies epsilon n plus 1 equal to 1 by 2 xi epsilon square, which can be taken as epsilon n plus 1 equal to some c into epsilon n square, where c equal to 1 by 2 xi, 1 by 2 xi. Therefore the scheme 1 has a rate of convergence 2. Scheme 1 has a rate of convergence 2, isn't it? This 2 is here, rate of convergence 2. It is of the form epsilon n plus 1 equal to c into epsilon n power p. This is about the first problem. Coming to second one, what is the second scheme? It is given as xn plus 1 equal to 1 by 2 xn 3 minus xn square by a, 3 minus xn square by a. Let us again substitute same logic. This is epsilon n plus 1 is nothing but xi plus epsilon n plus 1, 1 by 2 xn is nothing but xi plus epsilon n. Okay, this is 3 minus, what is xn square, xi plus epsilon n square by a. A means what, j square. A means what, j square. So this is 1 by 2 xi plus epsilon n this is 3 minus, take xi common in numerator, 1 plus epsilon n by xi whole square by xi square. So this xi square gets cancelled. So what is the remaining part? Becomes this is 1 by 2 xi plus epsilon n, isn't it right? And this is 3 minus, let us write a plus b whole square formula, a square plus b square plus 2ab, 2 epsilon n by psi, right? So this is 1 by 2 psi plus epsilon n, 3, let us simplify this one closed, 3 minus 1 2 minus epsilon n square by xi square minus 2 epsilon n by xi, this total. If I multiply this entire, this is equal to 1 by 2, this is 2 xi minus epsilon n square by xi minus 2 epsilon n. First term 1 into 3 terms over, coming to this plus 2 epsilon n minus epsilon cube terms no need, this is cube term no need, right? Square term plus into minus minus square term, 2 epsilon n square by xi plus one can write order of epsilon n cube, order of epsilon n cube, isn't it? Now these two terms gives what? Minus 3 epsilon n square by xi, right? These two gets cancelled, and what I'm getting, taking 2 inside and simplifying, this implies xi plus epsilon n plus 1 equal to, right? This is xi, after simplification you will get 3 by 2 xi epsilon n square plus of order of epsilon n cube. So xi gets cancelled. Finally epsilon n plus 1 equal to minus 3 by 2 xi epsilon n square plus order of epsilon n cube. So up to here our requirement done. So which can be written as, this is epsilon n plus 1 equal to some c star into epsilon n square, where c star is what? Minus 3 by 2 xi. So from this, therefore the scheme 2 has rate of convergence 2. This is second proof. Is that clear? Right? Now coming to third point. What is the third case? In third case, what I have to prove? Show that the magnitude of the error in the first formula. Okay, just I am writing. Show that the magnitude of the error in the first formula for xn plus 1 is about one third of that in the second formula. Okay, this is one part. For this, what I have to take? What is the meaning of this? Error in first formula is equal to 1 by third of error in second formula. So what is the error in that is, what is the error? Error in first formula is what? Epsilon n plus 1 equal to 1 by 2 xi epsilon n square. Error in second formula, error in second formula is epsilon n plus 1 equal to minus 3 by 2 xi epsilon n square, epsilon n square, right? Okay, therefore what is clearly the magnitude of error in the first formula, only magnitude of the error in the first formula is about 1/3 of the second formula. Therefore let me take this as 1, this as 2. So what is this 1? If I take second one, okay, let me write this is 1. Error in the first formula, just how to explain very easily. Yeah, compare these two right sides. What is the right side? Okay, let me write this is 1 for your idea, this is 2. Error in the second one. Okay, epsilon n plus 1, this is first one, is equal to, is it clear, 1/3 of epsilon n plus 1 in second, right? If I multiply this by 1 by 3, right, that is 1 by 2 sine of epsilon n square equal to 1 by 3rd of what? Minus 1 by 2 sine epsilon n square. And here what is the question? What is the answer? Magnitude only, so no need to consider. So these two gets cancelled. In magnitude both are equal. In magnitude both are equal. Okay, this is the proof, 1/3. Okay, and coming to last one, what is that? Hence deduce another formula, hence deduce another formula. And for the third case, multiply error in, multiply the error in 1 by 3 and add to the error, add to the error in 2, add to the error in 2. Then see what happens. Multiply the error in 1. What is error in 1? This one, right? So epsilon n plus 1 and add it to 2. If you multiply the error by 3 means what? Epsilon n plus 1 equal to, finally what I am getting, both are, I have to add. Shall I write like this? That is simply, then 1 into 3 multiplied by 3 plus add it to 2. This implies 3 epsilon n plus 1. Left side parts I am taking 3 epsilon n plus 1, right, plus epsilon n equal to, this is 1 by 2 xi multiplied by 3, 1 by 2 xi epsilon n square. Both are having what is the negligible term? Order of, plus order of epsilon n cube, right? So and add, second one is what? Add it to second one, epsilon square, and both are having what terms? Epsilon n cube. So what I am getting? 4 epsilon n plus 1 equal to order of epsilon n cube. That means what? Epsilon n plus 1 is nothing but, if I take 4 included in this one, epsilon n cube, so order, take this 4 within this, so anyway it is of epsilon n cube. Therefore what I am getting, this is, what is this? Why I am getting this one? By multiplying the error in first 1 by 3 and this one. Now let us see, to derive the third case formula, To derive the third case formula, adding, same theory I am taking, adding 3 times of the first formula, 3 times of the first formula. Formula means what? Xn plus 1. Adding 3 times of the first formula, that is 3 into xn plus 1 in equation 1, this expression 1. Okay, to the second formula, to the second formula, that is 2, that is 2, we get what is actually first formula? Xn plus 1 equal to what? First formula is xn plus 1 equal to 1 by 2 xn 1 plus a by xn square. First formula, it is multiplied by what? 3, so 3 by 2, plus add it to second formula, add it to second formula. What is the second formula? Xn plus 1 equal to 1 by 2 xn 3 minus xn square by a, 3 minus xn square by a. Add these two, add these two. What I'm getting? This is 4 xn plus 1 is equal to, okay, what is the common here? The common term is, one can take 1 by 2 xn is common, take 3 inside, 3 plus 3a by xn, 3a by xn square, 3a by xn square, correct, and plus adding this one, this is the common now, 3 minus xn square by a, right? So finally what I'm getting? Xn plus 1 equal to 1 by 8 xn, 1 by 8 xn, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 3a by xn square minus xn square by a is the required expression, is the required expression having rate of convergence, having rate of convergence 3. Why I am taking 3? Because this term 3 times of the first error, 3 times of the first error added to the second error, it gives what? Previous slide, order of epsilon n cube. Okay,